Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to play Hunter Hayes' Somebody's Heartbreak. Here it goes. Okay, so there are 4 chords involved in this song. They are G, C, E minor and D. And then there's also a 4 chord progression, so I'll teach you those now. So your G is your first finger on the 2nd fret 5th string, your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret 6th string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and your 4th finger on the 3rd fret 1st string, and that sounds like this. Then you got your C, which is your first finger on the 1st fret 2nd string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 3rd 4th string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, and that sounds like this. Then you've got your E minor, which is a little bit easier. That's your first finger on the 2nd fret 5th string, and your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 4th string, and that sounds like this. And then lastly you've got your D, which is your first finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 1st string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and that sounds like this. Now for the 4 chord progression. That's fairly simple. You got your 3rd finger always stays on the 3rd fret 2nd string, doesn't move from that position. And there are 4 chords involved in this, so it's your first finger. The first chord is your first finger on the 2nd fret 4th string, and again remember you've always got your 3rd finger just there, so that's like this. Then you move your first finger up for your 2nd chord. You move it up to the 5th string, so it's now on the 5th string 2nd fret, and now it sounds like this. Then you move it back down to the 4th string, and you put your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, and that sounds like this. And then lastly, your final chord in the 4 chord progression is your first finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, and that sounds like this. And in all, it sounds like this. There you go. So those are your chords and the 4 chord progression. So now let's learn the song. So for your intro you need to have your G and your C, and it goes G and then C and then G and then C again. And it's fairly easy to play. I like to do it with a couple of palmar mutes, so that's when you hit your strings with this part of your hand, and you just go like this. So that will sound a bit like this. 1 downward strum, followed by your palm mute, followed by an upward strum, and then another downward strum. So it goes like this. Nice and simple. So you do that G, and then you do it on the C as well, so your intro will kind of together sound like this. Now on the actual song you'll notice that there's a lead guitar as well, but we're only going to play the rhythm guitar bit with the chords because that makes it a bit easier to play, and it also sounds better if you're just having yourself, and if you're doing vocals or you've got a vocalist with you, it sounds better like that. And it's more fun to kind of, if you're having a campfire or whatever and you're just going to sing this around the campfire, then it's better to do it like that anyway. I don't know why you'd be having a campfire in the middle of winter, but hey. Anyway, so there you go, it's G and then C, and you do that twice through, and that's your whole intro. Then you've got your verse, and for the verse you basically continue that G-C pattern for the first 2 lines, so that's until you get to every little river running through your mind. And then you change, so you go another G, another C, an E minor, and then your 4 chord progression. So in the verse, in total, you'll go G-C, G-C, and then you do G-C, but now you've changed your strumming pattern to continuous strums rather than with the palm mute. So instead of going for the second half of the verse, you'll be going and then C, E minor, and then your 4 chord progression, and then you lead into the chorus. So yeah, so it goes G-C for your intro, and you do that twice. Then you got your G-C for your verse, and again you do that twice, and then for the second half of your verse you do G, C, E minor followed by your 4-chord progression, and you do that with the continuous strumming pattern that I just showed you. Next you've got your chorus, and for the chorus you continue that same strumming pattern that I literally just showed you for the second half of the verse. So it's G, C, E minor, then that 4-chord progression, and then you do it again, G, C, E minor, and then followed by a C instead of the 4-chord progression. So it sounds quite complicated, but it's really not. It goes G, C, E minor, and then 4-chord progression. It went really wrong there, and then G again. C, E minor, C, and then you've got your post-chorus. So again, for that you just play the G, C like you did in the intro with the stops. You go back to that strumming pattern. Again, you've got another verse, and it's exactly the same as your first verse, so you do that again. Then you got another chorus, and it's exactly the same as the first chorus. So you might be noticing that it's a fairly simple pattern going on here, but then they mix it up a bit and there's a solo. Now for the solo, I suggest you just play G followed by C, and you can play it with the continuous strumming pattern, so like that with your G and your C. You do that twice through, and then the singing comes back in, and this goes on top of the solo. And that's G, C, E minor, and then your D comes in, so it goes G, C, E minor, D. And for the D, because it's baby B mine, you're gonna build up with just downward strums, just to kind of build up. And you do that 8 times. And then you go on to your chorus. For the chorus it's the same as the other choruses, and then you're following it with an outro, which is G and C, and you play that, it's the same as your intro, but you can do continuous strums here if you want to, it's just leading out of the song. And you can do that 8 times if you want to be to the exact, and yeah, that's it. So, fairly simple song to play. I hope this video helped. Stick it on replay so that you can learn each part of the song properly. And yeah, I hope that this tutorial has helped you learn how to play the song. There you go. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, dislike it if it didn't help you, and please put a comment on to say if it did or didn't help you. Thanks for watching, guys. Just on a side note, I wanted to say a massive thank you to all of you guys who have watched my Hunter Hayes Wanted tutorial. It's just got 20,000 views, I think, maybe a bit more now, which is crazy. I never thought it would get that many views, so that's really just amazing. And I've also got 200 subscribers, so marking the big 2s, I guess, there. And also, if you guys haven't heard any of Hunter Hayes' songs, I really suggest you do. He's an amazing artist. Kind of like a John Mayer but country style-esque thing going on, and all of his lyrics is really meaningful and fantastic, so yeah, I suggest you check him out. Just type it on the search bar, you know? Thank you for watching, guys.